what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Weekend Workshop Heada, or Heada, I don't know how to pronounce that name, the upgrade kit and gap fillers for Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. So here we are, and there it is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Yeah, it's the brown box. The brown box. Look at this brown box. Look at this interesting brown box. It's so interesting. It's really not. It's just a brown box. But here's everything in the brown box. We don't need the brown box anymore. Brown box can get out of my life. And here are the different components. So let's go through what we have here. So we have a new pair of smokestacks, which do have some metal in them, apparently, according to the listing. We have a new little backpack piece, and this is going to fill in the back of the truck mode. You get a pin and everything, and we'll show off how that works in a bit. We get a new head sculpt right here. I'll give you a closer look at everything again shortly, and this right here is the gap fillers. Now, as you can see, this stuff is 3D printed, and you can see that all of this is still on the little base plate there, all the little supports. You just snap these off. One of them already snapped off, just in transit. But you just snap off all the little supports. That's not going to be too hard to do. Give it a little file if you want to. I don't think you really have to file anything down because I don't think anything's in a place where it'll get in the way. But if you have to sand something down a little bit, trim something off, it won't be too hard to do. But that is everything you get there. And these are also some extra little gap fillers here, painted in silver. Yeah, so here is everything that you get. So these things, for the record, are separate purchases. The gap fillers are a separate purchase. The head's a separate purchase. The backpack is a separate purchase. This goes with that. And the smokestacks are a separate purchase. So these are all separate purchases. This is not one whole kit. These are things you have to buy individually. So you can buy what you want, don't buy what you don't want, which I think works out pretty well. Because people always complain, oh, all I want from this kit is this one thing, all I want from this kit is the other thing, I don't need the other stuff. So with this, you can basically buy whatever you want, whatever you feel you need. But without further ado, let's show off how all of this installs. Alright, so here we have Prime, and we're going to start with the gap fillers here. So this is basically for these sections here, so the truck bed doesn't have, these hollow bits, so that's going to fill that out. So the instructions are on the listing on TF Safari, so you'll see where everything goes, and everything is numbered. So basically, we're just going to take these and just kind of start plugging these in. Now, I don't know if any of these will need glue. Maybe some of them will need glue. Maybe yes, maybe no. But we'll see as we go. Hey, that rhymed and everything. Anyway. You can see. These just drop right in. The color matching is actually pretty good. Not too shabby. Not too shabby there. So this one's going to go here. Some of these pieces are angled, so be mindful of the angle that's in there so you can put things in properly. That just frictions real nice. There we go. We have this piece right here that's going to sit in there. That really frictioned in. You can hear it just kind of creaking as you push it in. And then we have this piece where it looks like that's just going to go right in there. Okay. That's nice. Very nice. I have this plate here. Now, one thing about this plate, in the instructions, they do tell you to, or for the blaster, so if you put these filler gaps in there, it might become too shallow to hold the guns. So that's a case of put it if you want, if you don't want, and that is pretty loose. That just kind of dropped in there. Yeah, that would fall right out. So this one, if you do want to use this one, a dab of glue might be in order, but I'll just set it in there just so you can see how it looks. We do have this silver piece here, and this filler is for the tank. So you just kind of slot that in, and fill in that little gap there in the tank. Again, if you feel it needs it. And that frictions in very nicely. There you go. See how that fills that in there. And then we have these fillers right here. That's going to go right in there. And that's very snug. That's not going to need any glue. Then you have this one right here, and that's just going to fill in this little gap right there. And that will definitely need some glue. That's just kind of, yeah, it's moving around in there. That one will definitely need a dab of glue. This one will need some glue. At least on mine anyway. But there you go. You can kind of see how it just kind of fills all that in. That looks quite nice. And it still closes up real nice. So it doesn't affect our transformation in any way, and just fills in all those gaps. Oops. And again, yeah. And again, this one will most likely need glue as well as this one, so I'll get those glued in. But yeah, that is how that looks right there. And again, the color matching is actually pretty good. That's almost spot on there. Very nice. Now for the smokestacks, we're going to have to do some surgery. So there's just 2 screws we have to undo right here. So we'll just undo those real quick. And once we have undone those screws, we just pull his arm apart, remove that smokestack, take the new one, and get that in its place. And that one's very snug. So anybody who's been complaining about the loose smokestacks on their copy, they weren't loose on mine, but these are definitely a lot more snug in there. So now we can just take that, put our screws back in. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera there. Just get those going, and now whisker. There you go. He's got his new smokestacks on, and they do look a lot nicer. I mean, granted, if you have the looseness issue with yours, I mean, that can be fixed real easy with some floor polish, nail polish, super glue. I mean, you don't have to buy whole new smokestacks, but hey, it's an option, and as always, options are good. But these do look a lot nicer, and they're a lot more snug as well, so hey, why not? Dare I say, why not? So moving on. So now let's take a look at the new head. So we have a little smorgasbord of heads here. So we have, here is the stock head. And here is the head I bought from eBay a while back. I did review this, so if you want to see that video, you can click on the gimmick in the corner of the screen right here. And this is the new head. Now, I did already put stickers on the eyes. I had some extra stickers lying around from the Toy Hack set, so I put them on the eyes here so you can have shiny eyes. But the eyes are painted on this head, so you don't have to, use stickers if you don't want to. But hey, options, they're good, like I said. But here are basically your options as far as your heads go. This is the stock head, the eBay head, and the head that you can buy with this kit. So you can see this head actually looks quite nice. Pretty well done. Again, a nice shade of blue there. You can see how it's kind of put together. Overall, I think it's a pretty nice looking head. So, hey. But now there are multiple options of head that we can give Prime. Yeah, I said that. And the head just pops on. Nice and easy like. And there you go. And he has good range of movement. Got the wiggly waggly. You can look up a good bit. Down, of course, can do a full 360. All that good stuff. So, you got a pretty nice posable head there. Looks good. Alright, so now we're going to bring in this piece, and this is going to replace this section right here. So when you go into truck mode, you have these panels that will fold down and that will fill in the gap in the back of the truck mode. And it just folds right up and it just tucks in neatly just like this piece did. So we do need to knock out a pin. The pin right here, and you want to knock it out. Seems like you need to knock it out from this side, from the right side. I do have a pin knocker outer. I've gotten pin knocker outers with a bunch of other kits. That's where I get them. That's why I have a bunch of them right now. So I don't know where you can get one, but it's basically, it's just a little thin piece of metal. I mean, you can probably find these on Amazon or something, but yeah, just take it, knock it out. I'm going to do that real quick, so be right back with you. Alright, so I used the pin knocker outer, just gave it a couple little thwacks there with my little hammer, and that pin came right out. That was actually pretty easy. And now we can just remove this piece, and bring in the new piece, and they do supply you with a pin, and there's no knurled end, there's no rough end, so it doesn't matter which way you insert. And then just sit that in there, and there you go. And now you will have this panel that will fold down in the truck mode, and it should, let's see, I haven't tested this yet, so let's see how all this works in robot mode. So it seems like that just tabs right in where it's supposed to, and then this was always tight anyway. Yeah, there we go. And that should just flip right around. It's a little snug, but it works. There you go. That just tucks right in, like the original did. There you go. Alright, so here we have Prime in truck mode, so you can see how everything looks back here, and you can see those nice new smokestacks. You can see now that gap in the center is filled in, and you can see the truck bed now is nice and solid looking. So, overall, yeah, looks good. So, there you go. So there you have this little kit for Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, and yeah, nice kit. I mean, it does what it sets out to do, and it does it well. It understands the assignment that it's been given, and it fulfills that assignment. It achieves said assignment, but yeah, it's good. Nice new head sculpt, some nice looking smokestack replacements, gaps are filled. And as I said earlier, all these components are sold separately, so you can buy what you want, don't buy what you don't want. There's also a jetpack also, but I didn't care about that, so I didn't buy that. But yeah, you can buy whatever you want. You can pick and choose what you want to upgrade here, and I think that's pretty good. That's a good deal. Now, me personally, I absolutely love 86 Prime, so I do not mind spending more money on it. But if you are of the mindset of, oh, I already spent X amount of dollars and blah, 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 well, then just don't buy any of it. Isn't it crazy how simple life can be sometimes? But yeah, straightforward kit. It does the job. I'm happy. So, there you go. Now, I picked this up from TF Safari. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Weekend Workshop Tim Heada, or Heada, again, I don't know how to pronounce that name, I'm sorry. Upgrade kit and gap filler for Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek. Be proud. Palm in your face.